Okay, hello and welcome back to Port R2, and well, let me just mute myself. There, okay, no more crosstalk. So, sorry for the abrupt end before. Our mission now is to find... But to do that we kinda sorta need to get some clothes. So let's just try to take care of that business.
So, when's you figure the shipment's gonna start coming in again, Mo?
I don't know, Vince. Looks like the blackout ain't going away.
Don't look like it. So how are we gonna push our goods when there ain't no ships around?
Beats me, Vince. If I knew, I wouldn't be standing here freezing, staring at your mug all day.
Hey, Mo, look at that.
Hey, nice pajamas, kid.
Looks like this fella's on vacation from the slammer. Don't you reckon, Mo?
Sure does, Vince. Hey, kid, maybe you should slip into some new clothes, huh? I don't figure you're gonna last long in them stripes.
Yeah, that's my problem. You guys don't happen to have some clothes I could borrow?
Kid, you've come to the right place. It just so happens that I, Honest Mo, and my associate here, Trusty Vince, have a whole crate of clothes we'd love for you to purchase. Finest stuff, prime Armandan leather.
Yeah, real leather. Fancy pricey goods.
$500 and the crate is yours.
A whole crate of clothes?
We deal in bulk, all right? It's a steal, kid.
Yeah, $500, you get the whole crate.
I don't have any money. Maybe I could just borrow them, eh?
Listen, kid, we've got our own troubles, all right? This whole business with the lighthouse is killing us. We need some dough so we can get off the street.
Yeah, this doesn't seem
Freezing our
easy at all.
kneecaps off out here.
So how's business?
It's a frozen dead beat, kid.
Ain't no work, ain't no heat.
Nothing we can do but stand here and freeze our fingers off. Aye. And wait for the shipments to start coming in again.
I'm looking for a lady who arrived in port this night.
Ah, you one of the fellas who came in on the Beaco, ain't ya?
Yeah, I knew I'd seen that mug before. Man, you was fast getting busted, wasn't you? What happened to the
Okay.
lady?
No help
I'm
there.
trying to find out. What you guys doing here?
We work the docks, kid. When the shipments come in, we load, unload, bargain, swap, trade, fiddle, do the Jimmy, run the books, and then wait for the next shipment to come in. It's been a dead beat the past week, though.
Yeah, ain't no ships coming or going ever since the lighthouse stopped.
About those clothes.
Yeah?
Can I borrow them? I'll pay you once I get a hold of some money. Promise.
Sorry, kid. No cash, no clothes.
Kid, this ain't no charity. It's too cold to be giving clothes away. We might need them.
Yeah, if we don't get some heat soon, I'll be
Right,
wearing the
we'll
whole
just have
damn
to
crate.
do this the hard way. Of course, it's an adventure game.
Nice hats.
They're not just hats, kid. They're union membership hats. We had to pay off all sorts of fellas to get these.
You guys are special union hats?
Sure, show up at the Mistfront without one and you're gonna go to bed on an empty stomach. It's a great big racket and we're at the bottom of it. The fellas who run the union, the cops, and the mob. They're all
Oh,
making a
you know,
mint while we're down here busting our
I'm
noodles.
also watching another YouTuber, Nakatelieli, play through Grim Fandango. And this bit reminds me a lot of a dialogue taking place between Manny and some Seabees. This is a lot seedier, actually, just so we're clear.
the oppression! Fire upon them exploiters!
Hey, we'd squeal like a pair of stoolie rats on eel fumes if only there was someone to rat to. But there just ain't. The coppers are just as crooked as the union and the mob here in Port Archu. When they're all in bed with one another, there ain't much we little folk can do.
Ain't it the truth, Mo? The powers that be gotta crumble and fall before we'll see any change down here, kid.
So who's calling the shots?
Oh, it's a bleeding mess, ain't it, Vince?
It's all spaghetti, Mo. The union's run by the mob, and the mob's fed by the people on top.
Yeah, and the chief of police and the mayor want to pretend they're top brass.
But there's no fooling us. We ain't no palookas.
They're controlled by hotshots from topside,
Okay,
just like
well,
anyone
that's
else
not
important
everything
here
we're
in
gonna
Port
get out of these
Archu.
guys right now.
I gotta go. It's a crate full of Patitos XXL! My favorite nacho brand! Can I have some?
These things are banned. We can't push them. Go ahead and grab a bag, kid. We're sick of them. Haven't eaten anything else for a week.
Wow, thanks! Oh boy, I remember these calorie bombs from Kingsport
Yep,
Bay.
that's what I was talking about back in the prison.
Just one summer.
Okay. Now they are kind of, you know, freezing and all. And we see here a barrel. If you've been watching some of the more gloomy bits of TV and movie stuff, this might not seem like a very bizarre thing to do.
Hey, find your own
Keep
trash
your hats
can.
on,
Yeah,
dudes.
this one's our favorite. You gotta respect that.
Let's fire this up.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Hey, that ain't so dumb.
Oh gosh, that feels good. I can feel my fingers again.
Ah, nice going, kid.
No problemo.
Well, I'm guessing they
Hey,
just
how come we
don't
never
read
thought of that?
newspapers. So, can we get some clothes
Doing
now?
great now with the fire. Thanks, kid.
About those clothes.
Yeah?
Please, can I borrow some clothes?
What do you say, Mo? The guy helped us with the fire.
Sure, kid. We owe you one. See that big pile of crates? It's in there somewhere. A small wooden one.
Well, would you look at that?
Looking sharp, kid. Looks like you're ready for the town.
Thanks, fellas.
Forget about it.
Oh
We people
yeah,
getting
we
in
are
trouble
looking
with the law.
snazzy.
We gotta stick together, you hear?
But, yeah. What's all we can do here right now? This building is going to be a bit more important later in the game. But right now, let's have a look at the lighthouse. See if we can repair that. Spoiler alert, we're not going to be able to repair it. Well, right now. That is, it's going to be a while.
Hello?
Cripes! Who's there? You here to deliver the repairs?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, I got this stuff right here, man.
Oh, hot diggity! I can't wait to get Old Faithful spinning again. Hey, let's get to it.
All right. Get to what exactly?
Why, to repair the lighthouse, of course. The old lantern is broken and the doohickeys and the whatchamacallits are a mess.
I got a pickaxe if that helps.
What? So the spare part still hasn't arrived. Bollards! I've been expecting that shipment for more than a week now. Morten's my name. I'm the lighthouse keeper.
The name's Bwana. I'm new in town.
Ain't no mistaking that. Always glad to have visitors.
You know, for some reason,
Yourself right at home, son.
I'm just seeing a whole lot of Velasco in Morten. Well, let's talk to him some more.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks, son. I try to keep her tidy. What can I do for you?
What happened to the lighthouse?
10 nights ago, there was a terrible, fierce thunderstorm, and it hit Port Artoo with full force. I had to ward off flying roof tiles as I nailed the shutters to the windowsill. Trust me, son, I've seen storms that'd make your bones cringe and your heart cry. But this storm, this was something else. Then, suddenly, a flying vessel appeared from out of the storm, and it made straight for the lighthouse. Even in the wind and darkness, there was no mistaking that airship. It was the Sisulus.
The Sisulus?
Aye. Before I knew it, the whole crew was inside the lighthouse wreaking havoc. They smashed the lantern up at the top of the tower, and ripped out machine parts from the guts of the service room down here. Brought me to tears seeing old faithful battered and broken like that.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Bwana. This old lighthouse is the closest to a family that I've got. Anyhow, Old Faithful has been dark and still ever since.
Need any help?
I've got to get these gears and thingamadoodles in order somehow. If only I had my old blueprints here, this would be a piece of crackers. This here Port Artoo lighthouse is of a very special breed, you see. Specifically built for the harsh conditions of the never-ending mist. There's got to be information about it somewhere. But I'll be doodled if I know where to find it.
Maybe that book we're carrying, but we still have some more dialogue options to go through.
I'm looking for a lady who arrived in Port Artoo tonight.
A lady? I don't get many lady visitors up here, I'm afraid. To tell you the truth, I don't get many visitors at all.
So what's the lighthouse good for anyways?
Why, all of Port Artoo depends on it. It's a proud job I've got. Misting would be impossible without it. And without misting, Port Artoo is as doomed as an eel on the cutting board. Misting isn't all that it's good for either. Most trading we do with St. Armando is done by mist as well, through the locks at Pango Kubwa. They'd never find their way back without the lighthouse.
What's Pango Kubwa?
That's where the locks are, for traversing up and down from St. Armando. Anything that goes between the two has to cross Pango Kubwa. Unless you fly, of course. But nobody's that mad. Of course, we used to have the trains as well. But the powers that be keep shutting them down for reasons best unasked about. The ships are just about a person's only hope to get in and out of Port Artoo these days. Without them, we'd be
Too
trapped
crazy
like
to
pews in a
fly, huh?
bucket.
Whatever.
What's up with the trains?
Oh, they're off limits to the public now, son. Only high government officials use them these days. Why, they're requiring enforcing all these regulations and blocking everything off
Now,
with
about those
mystery son.
trains,
I figure the
the
design
building
of
I
the
pointed
better.
out before, the one that I said would be important later in the game, that is actually a train station. I didn't really connect the dots before, but yeah, they actually keep with that sort of, you know, narrative that government officials use it. It would have been nice if my mates had actually included that in some explanation somewhere in the game, you know? Seems kind of arbitrary otherwise.
What's being blocked off?
Well, it's the Dangles now, but Port Artoo used to be an open port. People were coming and going as they pleased, by ship, plane, and train. Back then, you didn't need permits to travel up and down. A fellow was free to go exploring all they liked. It's like they're trying to hide something, don't you reckon?
Okay, see you later.
Oh well, thanks for the chat.
Well, that was something of an info dump. Let's loot the place.
It's a pair of bolt cutters. I bet I could have a lot of fun with those.
Go ahead and grab them, son. They're useless to me.
Too much information.
Toenails are big, but not that
But
big.
who am I to argue?
Thanks, man.
Speaking.
It's a teapot. I like to keep the kettle warm in case of visitors. It's me own eel bladder brew. Fancy a cup? It'll put some
Hair on your toes.
Maybe later.
Wow. That stuff would be rocket fuel. That's how, at least my family refer to ridiculously strong coffee. By the way, I'm not quite sure if it's a thing in other parts of Sweden, but hey, that's that's how we do things.
Hey, it's a little miniature ship. How did you build all those tiny little details?
Oh, that was easy. Rounding up the crew was the hard part. That there is a model of the old Mistraker.
The Mistraker.
'Tis an old sailor's tale. The legend of the old Mistraker. She was a proud vessel, could bend the mightiest eels to her will. The captain of the ship was as mad as they come. He was out to catch the biggest eels of them all, the Hungries.
What happened to it?
The Hungries tore the crew to shreds and left nothing but a ghost ship drifting in the fog. Legend has it if you lay your eyes on the Mistraker, don't let her out of your sights. The moment you turn your back on her, she'll be gone. And your life with it. And their model is supposed to bring me luck, but it sure hasn't paid off so far. You can have it if you want it. It will make a nice souvenir.
Ah, really?
You know, that story actually reminded me a bit of
Coolness.
The Secret of Monkey Island. You know, the old adventure game from like 1990 whatever, one something. Now you see this anchor here. You're not gonna get any plot critical information when you click it, but I find that it adds to the atmosphere, so we click it.
Nice anchor, man.
Why, thanks, Bwana. Belonged to an old lifeboat that saved me life once.
Cool. Were you shipwrecked?
Aye, a long, long time ago. I stared the Hungries right in the eyes, I did. Scarred me for life.
Okay,
Haven't
well
set my
that
foot
was a
on
lot
Bwana
shorter
Shore
than
since.
I expected. Well, let's go up here and inspect the damage. I almost said something else, but let's not. Yeah.
This lamp is smashed beyond repair. I got to find a replacement.
Okay. What's all this then?
It's an old pulley. I guess it's been used for hoisting things up and down the lighthouse tower. Man, this reel is
Okay.
all rusty.
If you get a message like that in any adventure game, you know that you will have to come back here once you have some grease and grease the reels. And then apparently the pulley will start working for whatever reason. Okay. Now this is part of a puzzle. It will only be important in the second half of the game, but we can swap to the correct recording. There. And that's all we can do right now, I think. Oh, yeah. You will have to set this frequency to something else later on as well. But let's not mess with that right now. So, Mr. Morten, about your transmitter up top.
How's it going, old timer?
It's not going anywhere, I'm afraid. Rather stationary indeed.
Nice broadcaster you got up there.
Sure is, son. Got a little bit of an extra income spinning tunes and commercials from up there. Landed me a brand new used mattress from Lonnie's, it did. It's practically stain-free. I'd let you have a lie down, but it's still a little moist. This here lighthouse is pretty much the ideal radio tower. You can feel just about any frequency from up here. I've got the best broadcasting point in all of Port Arthur. Well, except the clock tower, of course. But that thing has been out of commission as far back as I can remember.
What's with the clock tower?
Oh, it's just kaput, and the mayor won't pay to fix it, that's all. I haven't heard those bells tolling for many, many years. Guess it isn't a top priority for the mayor to get it running again. He's too busy spending the city's money down on Main Street to have time with those kinds of things.
Tell me about the man.
Oh, he's just another corrupt cog in the machinery of big government. Just another one of the puppets being played by the folks up topside in St. Armando.
Okay, see you later.
Now, this might seem slightly bizarre, but that thing about Lonnie's mattresses was actually a clue for a later puzzle. That said, yeah, later in the game kind of thing. But we have the thing set to the right thing, and yeah, more things. Let's go back to Main Street. Oh wait, whoa. Yeah, we can look at this. It's sort of difficult to see unless you know what you're looking for, but these things kind of look like tusks, don't they? And what is all this business up here then? That is not the menu system?
Hey, the whole facade looks like one of those funny
Yay for that.
animals. Elephants, I think.
Okay. Well, now that we have like our clothes on and stuff, let's go clubbing. Or something.
Hey, funky place. Can I come inside?
You inside Club Timber? I don't think so, kid.
What's so special about Club Timber?
Club Timber is the classiest night spot in the whole city. We've got all of Port Arthur's stars, champagne, and gold hold up in here. And if you think I'm letting your raggedy ass inside, you're thicker than you look.
Can I use your telephone, please?
Get your own damn. This one's
that is sort of a clue.
management only.
That when his phone rings, he's expecting to hear from the management. Keep that in mind.
Nice lights you got here.
Keep your hands off the floodlights, kid.
Well,
Break your
he's
face.
not taking any crap.
Let me in.
You know, you street urchin got a lot of attitude for more than your worth. And it's that kind of crap that gets your teeth knocked out. listen carefully, because I'm only gonna say this once. We don't serve lowlifes like you in here. So why don't you just get to stepping and save yourself any further embarrassment?
Bah, this place is too fancy for me anyways.
Yeah,
Later.
I do like his big grin there. I think it's time to round off the episode. So let's just end it on a classy note. See this telephone number here?
Club Timber, how may I be of service?
Hello, pig face.
You think you funny, huh? When I get my hands on you, I'ma break
Oh, yeah.
your neck, you little rat.
For that, ladies and gentlemen, you will have to leave a like and an LOL in the comment section. Okay, so let's keep it classy in the next episode.